Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Unknown Facts. You all know that movie, The Conjuring. This movie is depend on real story of doll, Annabella doll. But we all see that doll it is look like this, but its real pic is this. Before starting the video, please subscribe my channel Unknown Facts. Let's explore the mysteries of Annabella doll. There was a one girl, Donna. She got Annabelle from her mother in 1970. Mom bought the used doll at a hobby store. Donna was a college student at the time and living with a roommate named Angie. Donna liked that doll and kept on the bed, but few minutes later Donna and Angie see that doll is moving. The girls would leave the apartment with Annabella on Donna's bed and return home to find it on the couch. When they come back at home, they see that doll change his position. But over time they noticed Annabelle seemed to move on her own, just changes in position, but the movement increased, and within a few weeks it seemed to become fully horror. Their friend Lou hated the doll. He thought there was something deeply wrong with it, something evil, but the girls were modern women and didn't believe that sort of thing. There must be an explanation, they reasoned. But soon Annabella's actions got even horror. Donna began to find pieces of parchment paper in the house with messages written on it. Help us, and help us, they would say, or help Lou. Just to make the whole thing that much surer, nobody in the house had that parchment paper. Where the hell was it coming from? The escalation continued. One night Donna returned home and find Annabelle in her bed, but Donna feels different. She check Annabella doll and find it with blood. The blood seemed to be coming out from the doll eyes itself. That was enough. Donna finally agreed to bring in a medium. She called paranormal investigator in house, and investigators say that this doll have spirit of one girl whose name was Annabelle Higgins. Investigator is trying to communicate with doll, and the spirit of Annabella told that in this apartment the Annabella Higgins is lived. A 7-year-old girl named Annabelle Higgins had been found dead in that field. Her spirit remained, and when the doll came into the house the spirit latched onto it. Investigators say that she found Donna and Angie to be trustworthy and feel safe with Donna and Angie. She just wanted to stay with them. She wanted to be safe with them. Donna and Angie, they were both nursing students. Donna and Angie agreed to let Annabelle stay with them. Lou started having bad dreams. One day Lou feels different. He wake up in midnight. He feels that he cannot move their body. And the Annabella doll is standing in floor and she is laughing. But Lou cannot move their body, and few seconds later Lou get unconscious. In morning when he wake up he found that doll in her room. One day Lou and Angie is in hall. He and Angie were hanging out, planning a road trip, when they heard someone moving around in Donna's room. They hear sound of Donna, then Lou go in her room. He found that room was empty, but except that doll which is lying on floor. Lou feels that someone is standing behind her, and then in Lou body sudden pain on his chest. He looked in his shirt and saw a series of raking claw marks, rough ditches in his flesh that burned. He knew Annabelle had done it. Angie and Lou call one priest, Father Hedgen, but Father think that he is not sure for this work. Then he called Father Cook, and Father Cook tell that there was no ghost in this case. There was an inhuman spirit, a demon, attached to the doll. Then Father Cook contract with Ed Warren and Lori. You all know who she and he is, you can see them in movie. Ed Warren go in that apartment and talk with Lou and Angie, then tell them this spirit is not a 7-year child. She wants to enter in Donna body. Yes, she wants any one body to enter in it. A priest performed an exorcism on the apartment, and Donna gave that doll to Ed Warrens. The Warrens took possession of the doll. Ed Warren put it in a bag, and at 65 miles an hour that would be disastrous. And sure enough, as they drove on the back roads, the engine kept cutting out, the power steering kept failing, and even the brakes gave them trouble. Ed opened the bag, sprinkled the doll with holy water, and the disturbances stopped. For the moment, Ed left the doll next to his desk. It began levitating. That happened a couple of times and then it seemed to just quit, finally laying quiet. But in a couple of weeks Annabelle was back to her old tricks. She started appearing in different rooms in the Warren home. Sensing that the doll was ramping back up, the Ed Warrens called the Catholic priest whose name was Father Jason Bradford to exorcise Annabelle. The priest didn't take it seriously and telling Annabella, "You're just a doll. You can't hurt anyone." Then Father Jason Bradford is going on his way home, but in highway the brakes failed and his car was totaled in a horrible accident. He survived. Warrens decided that he built a locked case for Annabella doll, and he locked Annabella in Warren's occult museum. You can see this doll in Occult Museum. These are some mysterious facts about the Annabella doll. Like, comment, and share this video. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.